Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about this thing that happened at the Oscars that everybody seems to be talking about. Will Smith and Chris Rock. So let me just get into it. Now, if you look at this video, to me personally, I believe that this is scripted. I don't believe it was real. We have to remember this is the entertainment business. This is at the Oscars where everybody in there is actors. That whole industry is actors in general. If you know, you know. But if you just look at this clip slowly, if you look at Chris Rock's face, he already have his face prepared to get slapped. Do you know how people you clench your cheeks? Your jaws, and then your eyelids, because you know somebody about to hit you, like you anticipating somebody about to hit you. That's exactly what his face looked like if you look at it in slow motion, because I took the liberty of putting it in slow motion for you guys, because I know that people just look at things and just surface level think, and it just goes all over the internet. He slapped him. He should have slapped him. He making fun of his wife. Come on now. Y'all have to remember, these people are acting. These people are doing it for the gram. They doing it for the ratings. Don't act like only famous people do it for the gram, okay? Those people, those executives, they do it for the ratings. They do it to sell records. All this different type of stuff. Now let's look at this again. You see his face. It's already it's prepared to get slapped. He keep going. He slapped him in his face. And then that was it. He has to look like, oh my God, he just slapped me. The first thing that also tells you that this was more than likely scripted is look at his hands behind his back. Naturally, when somebody is walking close to you, your hands is not going to be behind your back like that. He had both of his hands. He probably was holding his hands so tight just so he wouldn't have a reaction, because he knew he was getting ready to get slapped. If you just made a joke about somebody's wife, saying, G.I. Jane 2, whatever, and he gets up and come on the stage and that's something that's what he's not supposed to do, this is not part of the script, you're going to be in defense mode. You're not going to let nobody just walk up on you like that and get that close to you and slap you in your daggone face. He wasn't walking towards the mic like, oh, I'm finna come up here and joke back at you. No, he was walking towards you. What, he thought he was finna just walk past him? No, common sense. This was scripted just so people can talk about it, and later on in the video, I'm going to get into why. Look at this picture clearly. Look at his face. He was prepared to get slapped. And then look at the other one when he turned around to go sit down. What you smiling for if you that mad? You ain't never seen nobody slap somebody and walk off stage and smiling, and then when he sit down, he get keep my wife name out your effing mouth. You ain't finna go sit down and get to screaming to the top of your lungs like that in front of everybody on national TV if this is not scripted. This is scripted. And then the fact that ABC News is posting these pictures, like, y'all could have lost sponsorships or anything if this was a real situation. These are scripted situations. These people are acting. Then they put out an official statement talking about basically ain't nobody pressing charges. But the LAPD said if you want to press charges, you can always press charges later. Whatever. They're not finna press no charges because it was all scripted to begin with. It was all scripted. And the way Chris Rock reacted, you can just tell that it was not real. That is not a natural reaction. Now, I can't say how he naturally reacts, but in general, a natural reaction just don't look like that. You sit up here, had your hands behind your back, let that man walk directly to your face, slap you in your face, and then you just stood there and kept talking. Come on, fam. We have to think smarter than that and stop letting these people make us really believe in this stuff. The whole industry is scripted. Most of these stories that everybody be reporting on is scripted. Don't even be real. Or it just be a publicity stunt. It don't be nothing serious. Then, we'll get up there and apologize to everybody but Chris Rock. Like, how you gonna, I apologize to my fellow nominees. That ain't got nothing to do with you. They don't have nothing to do with you getting up there and slapping Chris Rock in his face. How you gonna apologize to everybody but the person you slapped? Like, come on, fam. Now, let's get into the real reason why I feel like this is also scripted, in my personal opinion. If you look at what they have been talking about the Oscars, their ratings have sucked for I don't know how long. Let's look at this article right here. Last Sunday, viewership for the annual Oscars plummeted. It's plunged to 10.4 million viewers. That was the lowest. That says nearly a 56% drop from 23.6 million viewers the year before. So last year when the Oscars came on, only 10.6 million people, 10.4 million people watched the Oscars. The year before that, double the amount of people, more than double the amount of people watched the Oscars. They were losing money. When people is not watching, they are losing money. They got all this advertisement for nothing because ain't nobody watching. They needed to find a way, just like the Super Bowl, to bring people back and watch it and talk about it. Even if you're not watching it, just like I'm doing now, I'm still talking about it. And I ain't watched the Oscars in I don't know how long. They need that traction. They need people to get online and talk about it, especially when you're using Black Twitter. When Black Twitter get on there, baby, we going to talk about it. Well, they going to talk about it because I don't be on Twitter like that. But you need Black people to come in and see what's going on, because we are the ones that be on social media keeping all the drama going. Like, don't nobody care what Justin Timberlake said about the Oscars. Like, you need the entertainment of Black people, because we are entertaining people. Not saying that non-Black people are not entertaining, but I'm saying we are the ones that keep that stuff going. That's why they call it Black Twitter. That's why they be like, Black Twitter at it again. They at it again, y'all. If you look right here in this article, they're talking about the ratings. They're talking about a 60% drop from 2020. They say it's a key demographic for advertisers. A 60% drop from 2020. What demographic do you think they was talking about? They're talking about 18 to 49. That's everybody who watched the Oscars. So a 60% drop, that means wasn't nobody interested. Wasn't nobody interested. So they had to find a way to bring the ratings back up. They started with announcing that Beyonce was going to be performing at the Oscars, but that wasn't enough. They even had Blue Ivy up there dancing, performing on stage, and they thought, oh, people are going to watch because Beyonce is performing and Blue Ivy is going to be up there. And that wasn't enough. No. That wasn't enough, because it wasn't like she was performing live at the Oscars. I think she did a filmed performance. Don't nobody care about no film performance. People want to see live stuff. So when they figured out, oh, this wasn't enough, all right, y'all, action. Y'all need to go ahead and do that script we talked about. Because ain't nobody watching. The ratings sucked. I would love to know how many people was actually watching the Oscars before the slap versus how many people actually turned on the Oscars after the slap just to see if anything else was going to take place. I'm pretty sure millions and millions I'm pretty sure the ratings jumped. Now tomorrow or the couple days after this, when the ratings come out, it's going to look like, 30 million people was watching the Oscars. No. 30 million people probably turned on the Oscars after they found out that a slap took place. Somebody else was telling me that somebody's nipple slipped or something. Allegedly, I don't know. I didn't look that up, but they were just doing stuff for ratings. Look at this. Look at these ratings. You went from 55.2 million ratings in 1998, which is what they used to, the high ratings, and then it starts slowly dipping and dipping, all the way down to 10.5 million. 10.5 million views in 2021. And then people like to blame it's because of the pandemic. That don't even make logical sense, because if it was because of the pandemic and everybody at home watching TV, wouldn't that mean more people would be watching? And because everybody ain't out and about like they normally would be, it just don't even make logical sense. This was all scripted, in my personal opinion. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this video. I just popped in to say, make sure you head on over to FreeDomeApparel.com. I have t-shirts, Protect Your Energy t-shirts. It's the Melanin t-shirts and my FreeDome Apparel logo t-shirts and many more. I also have fanny packs and I also have masks to match the t-shirts. If you find anything interesting, the link will be in the description box below. So let's get right back into the video. Before I get to Jada, I'ma just go back to Chris Rock. I'm gonna say Chris Brown. Chris Rock real quick. This is the same dude who did the Good Hair documentary. That's how all of this play in together. All of this script tie in together. This is the same dude who had people years ago, black women, years ago, being proud of their natural hair, going into detail of what a perm was, how the chemicals in the perm mess up your natural hair, what it does, all this different type of stuff. And all of a sudden today, people believe that he would make fun of Jada for having alopecia. This is the same man who put out the Good Hair documentary. The same person. But yet, this is all how all the scripts tie in together. But yet, the public still believes, oh, he's making fun of her for having alopecia. Come on now, fam. Y'all have to learn to think. Think sometimes. And that's not to say, oh, just because he did that documentary, that don't mean he wouldn't make fun of her. Either Will and Chris Rock don't get along behind closed doors, and I feel like they used him to this joke right here was just an extra joke because Chris Rock is always coming at Will, but who knows why they don't get along behind closed doors, if it's true that they do not get along. But I say all that to say this is the same person who put out the Good Hair documentary. Same person. And then you tie that into, oh, now he's making fun of another black woman for having alopecia. Come on now. That's just the script. The only thing, I think people really on Will's side because they ain't never seen Will get mad like that. Now, they heard in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he got into a fight. That's why he had to move to Bel-Air. They ain't never seen him remotely even be mad. He always happy. So, because you know how when it's that one person they never be mad, but when that one person get mad, it's like, oh, it must have been your fault because we ain't never seen him act out of character. Like if it was a rapper or somebody that went on stage at the hip hop awards or something and slapped another rapper, wouldn't nobody even say nothing. It wouldn't even been a thing. Oh, he slapped him, da-da-da-da. That's some stuff they should have. That's another script they need to do at one of them hip-hop award shows, because I already know all that stuff don't be real. They just be talking and looking a certain way. It's a depiction. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say before I get to Jada, because this is how it all ties in. People been saying Will Smith was allegedly gay for I don't know how long, and all of a sudden today he go and slap another man, and now all the women looking at him like, oh my God, he's manly. He's now they go back to he's protecting the black woman, that narrative and all of that. And on the flip side, yeah, he was protecting his wife, but on the other flip side, Chris Rock wasn't making fun of that woman for having no alopecia. And then Will Smith was sitting there laughing. You're laughing. If you was really offended, a smirk would have never came on your face. That's what people have to understand. But let's get into Jada. Hey guys, I just popped in to say, if you are a person like me who likes to protect their energy, we do have Protect Your Energy shirts over at FreeDomeApparel.com. If you like what you see, head on over, grab you one. Now let's get back into the video. Now people was on the internet talking about that's what he shouldn't have been making fun of his wife. Everybody knows Jada got a medical condition. First of all, who knew Jada had a medical condition? If you don't follow her. You just don't know she got a medical condition. When I first seen her with her head shaved, I didn't think nothing of it because her and Willow shaved their head all the time. This ain't the first time Jada been bald head. She been bald head. Chris Rock wasn't making fun of her because she got alopecia. He probably even know she got alopecia. Man, like people really be going so deep. No, he making fun of her alopecia. What? He probably even know that woman got alopecia. No, nobody is making fun of her. He's a comedian. If you look outside of the script, on the flip side, he's a comedian. He wouldn't have walked up there and slapped Dave Chappelle. He would have. The thing is, if it was I feel like if it was another race of comedian on that stage and made that same joke, he would not have said anything. I think this was all part of the script to do black on black violence, black on black something. You know how they like to do all the time with us, because everybody and their mama been making fun of Jada. Jada been embarrassing Will for I don't know how, ever since August Alsina said they was in an entanglement. Or ever since Alex Alsina said they was dating. And then Jada gonna get on the internet and say they was in an entanglement and sitting in front of her own husband. She been embarrassing this man for months and months and months and months. And now all of a sudden the internet wanna make it seem like, oh, he's making fun of her. No, he's not. He just coming at her because everybody been coming at them. They have been the laughing stock of the industry for the last at least year. And that's mainly due to Jada sleeping with another dude and Will not caring. You can look at their relationship from the outside and tell from the outside they don't seem to really even get along. They don't even seem to really care about each other. I don't think that man was making fun of no alopecia. It was a scripted joke. Scripted joke. If you look at G.I. Jane, she did look like G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane haircut, she got a little bit more hair at the Oscars. She had a little bit more on this picture. But, I mean, she did look like G.I. Jane. Ain't nobody making fun of that woman. Ain't nobody making fun of her. That ain't nothing but a scripted thing to get the internet involved, to get blogs talking about it, to get Twitter talking about it, for people to be sharing the videos everywhere, clicking on their YouTube, watching the clip. Because if ABC News got the clip on their Instagram, what do people really think happened? There's nobody gonna put that clip that, and if it was real, will cause them to possibly lose sponsors and all this different type of stuff, because people don't want their brand and all that attached to violence, because that's what they gonna call it. Ain't no way they'll be posting that on their Instagrams and Twitter accounts talking about, guys, look, it got tense at the Oscars. Come on, fam. Y'all gotta stop believing everything y'all see on the internet, especially when it comes to these famous folk. That stuff don't be real. It be scripted. It be all of it. It don't even be real. Let's get into Janet. Then she gonna post on her Instagram. You know, this was the first unveiled, talking about she proud of him, everybody need a break, etc., etc. Whatever she said. This the same dude who put you off the show and didn't like you. Like, come on, fam. Then I finna say Queen B. Then Lil' Kim got on her Instagram talking about big facts. First of all, the only reason why people be talking about Queen B, girl, the only reason why people be talking about Lil' Kim is because she look like 10 different people in the last, since the 90s. Every time you see Lil' Kim, she like a completely different person. That's why people be talking about her appearance. It's not because somebody making fun of her. It's because you look like a whole different person. That's not the same woman from the 90s. The lady from the 90s was a brown, like a darker brown woman who looks absolutely nothing like the lady we looking at today. She at least 20 shades lighter. Her face is completely different. That ain't even no face that a surgeon did. She don't even look like the same individual. And it wasn't because she got her nose broke and she had to have reconstructive surgery. No, she was messing with her face before that even happened. If you look at her interviews, she says that. If you need to know more about it, go watch my previous video on it. Ain't nobody making fun of you, Lil' Kim. Ain't nobody making fun of you. No, you look different. That's an observation. That's not making fun of you. Like, come on now. They gotta stop. They do the most. Then Boosie get on his Twitter talking about that's why you don't talk about nobody's wife. It It's a joke. It shouldn't have been said at the Oscars. What you mean it shouldn't have been said at the Oscars? Which I would have been okay with it if it was said at the BET Awards or the Source Awards or whatever. That's just stupid. If it shouldn't have been said at the Oscars, that means it shouldn't have been said in general. How is it okay that, it don't say it at the white shows. Don't say it at the shows that's for the white people. You know, we keep that over here. These kind of jokes on the black shows. Keep that for the Soul Train Awards or for the BET Awards. You know how stupid that sounds? That just sounds so dumb. It shouldn't have been said at the Oscars. What? If it shouldn't have been said at the Oscars, it shouldn't have been said in general. That's how you know all this stuff just fake. It don't even make logical sense. Then Eric Benet, he basically got on his Twitter and said it was fake, talking about he thinking Mike Tyson should host next year. At this point, yes, get on there and keep acting. He talking about everybody hugging and consoling Will. Can somebody check on Chris? I also agree with that. Chris the one got slapped in the face, but everybody seemed like just because people have gained sympathy for Will over the past couple of months because his wife been embarrassing him for the past year. Now everybody like, Will just so tired, y'all. Will this and that. It's the industry that keep making the fool out of him. It ain't, he the one, if he tired of Will embarrassing him, then leave her where she at and gone about his business. He don't have to stay there and take that. Even in his speech where he's talking about they in the industry where they have to deal with people talking about them, they have to deal with disrespect. No, you don't. You don't have to deal with nobody disrespecting you. Y'all mad at them people that y'all got to answer to. They mad at them people who control their livelihood. They mad at them people because them people make them get on television and go into movies and put on dresses and do all that weird stuff they make them do if they want to make a dime. They choose their lifestyle. So now you want the public to have sympathy for you because you know what you signed up for. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. Go do a different career path. It's other career paths out here that you can do where you can make a lot of money. You just won't have the fame. But you will have the fortune. A lot of them want the fame. If you hear stories about certain celebrities, how they be acting when people ain't paying attention to them, they love the fame. Like, come on. They want the whole world to feel, not the whole world. They want people to feel so bad. Oh, Will been doing this, Will been so. Leave the woman. He got every right to get up and go on about his business. If he want to sit there and continue to let him embarrass him, then that's on him. He clearly ain't that embarrassed because she keep doing it. She been doing it. They still sitting up here talking about a Tupac. Do you know how crazy that is that Tupac died in the 90s and we in 2022 and y'all sitting up here still talking about how Jada loved Tupac? You know how disrespectful that is to a husband? You married and you still talking about how you was in love with another dude who's been deceased for, over 20 years. She been sitting up here embarrassing that man. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole situation down in the comments. Do y'all think this was a whole scripted situation or do y'all think this was real? Let me know what y'all think. That's all I got to say about it. I'm out.